GA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Yellow!
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And right away, they're going to stack him up
Walker,
right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Call
right
it no
at
gain
the
on the game's first play.
No gain
And it's
on the
2nd
play.
down now.
2nd and 10.
You look at this Raiders
At the
defense.
23-yard line.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Raiders' 46.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Chiefs at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The tackle made at the
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Here's Walker. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And so
Complete to
close,
number
he
80.
gets it to the
A
one.
gain
Out of
14
bounds right
yards.
there.
It's now 3rd
Driven it
and
down the
goal.
field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's a 3rd and goal. Walker. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
He was
That'll
taken
make it
down
4th
behind the
down
line of
after a
scrimmage.
loss of
A
1.
loss of a yard.
I like the strategy.
Brings up 4th
Extra tight
and
ends,
goal.
extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
Harrison
you're in
Butker
peril.
on
Yeah,
for
we
the
saw
field
the
goal.
result. Negative
A
yardage.
20-yard attempt.
Butker's kick
The
here
kick
is good. So a long drive
Makes
gets him
the
down
score
inside the
Chiefs
5, but
3,
ultimately they
Raiders
settle for just the
nothing.
field goal.
and I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher,
Harrison
and I think they
Butker to
likely
kick
would have
off
gone
for
for it.
Kansas City.
But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the
Raiders take
25
over
of the
1st and 10
24.
at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Ready.
On the ground with a rookie from Auburn. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the
And the
35.
Las Vegas
A gain of
first
11 to
down.
kick off the drive, and it's a quick first
and
down.
10 at the
Last week we
35-yard
saw
line.
a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Watch the back out the backfield.
Mustang 19. Ready.
Hey,
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
32 yards.
42 yards
That's
rushing for him now in his
Las
first 2
Vegas
carries of the ball
first
game.
down.
The safeties
1st
were
and
well
10 at the
back there, and he had a lot of
33-yard
room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's
That's
dropped.
another
Add the gain here to the previous
first
play, and
down.
it's better than 40 yards
1st and
total.
10 at the
Well, they use him a
21-yard
lot out of
line.
the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On the ready. Let's go. Bronco 80. Go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this
carry
ahead
for
for
the
right
running
around
back.
3 yards, but no
He's
more
taken
than
down
that.
at the
2nd
17-yard
down.
line. 4 yards
Not a run that
on
you're going
the
to write
pickup.
home about, but still
2nd and
a good
6.
first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Set. Ready. Viking 8. Check go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3rd
And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
60, 79 Bronco, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Hut, hut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go on, 80. Right side.
Mahomes now to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yellow. Right side.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Yellow.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Right side.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Caldwell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Yellow. Right side.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Yellow. 180. Right side.
Now here's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Raiders nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It's second and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
This is second and 8.
Set. Hut.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Second and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Chiefs 17, Raiders nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. You do it with a little bit of humor. Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Okay, break.
From the 35, here's second down and 3.
Set. Cowboy 80. Check go.
That's caught by Tucker. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
To Trey Tucker. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
On the ready.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So on 4th down, here's... And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
1st and 10.
They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
180. There's the 180. Hero 15. Switch.
Hey, watch quick in.
Running right, here's Walker. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second down and 6 now.
15. Fight down these two. 180.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness. He was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Let's go, Blue 80. 15.
Looking to throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas
Now after
City.
the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, break.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Panther 6, 79 Broncos.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
3rd and 8.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
70 Rangers. Come on. Set. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
It's 4th down.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Ready. 19. Lion. Set. 60. Hut, hut.
They're going to try and throw. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a
big
11.
roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready.
And he stopped
Number
immediately
34
there.
on the carry.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Tranquil.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Hey, talk to me, talk to me. What you got, what you got, what you got?
Now this time he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Yellow.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's a gain of 28
The Chiefs will
yards.
use the first of their
And the
timeouts
Kansas City Chiefs.
as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kenneth Walker from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And they'll accept that penalty.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
70.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Thornton, the motion man right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Slot man moves right. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Set up. 18. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Check go.
Off play action. Mendoza. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Attack, attack! 43! Attack, attack! Attack, attack!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Yellow, yellow! Attack!
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, good return up past the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Harrison Butker to kick
So they
off
throw the
for
pick
Kansas
6.
City.
They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Go!
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Let's go now. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Chiefs' 49-yard line.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 Tiger, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
47-yard line.
Trap alert, trap alert. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up second and 7.
Buffalo 8, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. That's complete to Turner. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half.
Set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
No, no, no. Set. Ready, go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Back to throw. Mendoza. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the gun, Mendoza. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
At the 31. It's a gain.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Two yards to go, second down.
Yellow. Part-time.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Brings up
second down and a yard.
Hey, 43. Yellow.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy, 38 yards. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Raiders nothing. Harrison Butker to kick
now
off
after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Set.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
18, Rattler, 18, let's go. Hut, hut.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers.
Mendoza's pass.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready? 79, 19, Tiger, 60 Mavericks, 19, Lion. Check go.
Off the play fake. Mendoza. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
At the 20-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Go! Viking, 18, 72. Ready, ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ready?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Set. 19, type. 19. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
70 Lions. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Walker. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Let's go! Viking 18, Warrior 70.
In motion, the tight end. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Bronco 80.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Yellow.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Yellow.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Butker's kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And taken down just shy of the 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. That's caught by Tucker. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now third down and 6 to go.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Chiefs, they remain one of the hottest